It's time for tea.
It's time for tea with Lee.
It's time for tea.
Time for tea with Lee.
Well, hello there, podcast family. It's me, Lee, your cruise director, back with another episode of Tea with Lee. And today I've got a very serious point to talk about. It's how to avoid getting seasick on a cruise. Now, I am very fortunate. I don't suffer from seasickness, but my mum gets terribly seasick. So I do know firsthand what it's like if somebody in your family or in your group isn't feeling great. I feel very fortunate to have not been the person that's not feeling great. But from what I've seen, it doesn't look like a good time. So today I'm sharing with you top tips on how to avoid getting seasick. But before we do that, please be reminded that all views and opinions shared on this show are mine alone and do not necessarily reflect those of my employer. Okay, so how can we avoid getting seasick? Well, first of all, it's the drugs, isn't it? Yeah, you can speak to a pharmacist or a doctor and get all sorts of travel sickness medicine. Don't forget to pack it. It sounds crazy, but some people that suffer from motion sickness get awfully stressed because they've left their prescribed medication, if they're needing stuff to be prescribed, at home. My mum uses, now I'm not endorsing any particular method or brand, I'm just telling you, quite honestly, my mum uses scopoderm patches. They go behind your ear and they help with your body's equilibrium. My mum, as I said, really suffers from seasickness, but with these patches, it's helped her out a lot. But whether you're using the patches or you've got pills either from a pharmacy or you've been prescribed them by a doctor, that is a tried and tested method on not getting seasick. Also, some great advice. Try and get a good night's sleep the night before your cruise. If you're under rested, you're likely to not feel great, and being exhausted, tired or anxious, I get it. Going on vacation, especially if you're traveling with family and kids, if you've got a long way to travel, it can sometimes be a bit of a nightmare, but try your best to get a good night's sleep before you get on board to minimize your risk of feeling seasick. Also, remember to eat. I know it feels strange. If you're worried about not being well, you're like, oh no, I don't want to eat because if I am seasick, but you're more likely to feel ill if you've got an empty stomach. Now, I'm not saying gorge yourself because food is going to stop you from feeling seasick. No, much to the contrary, but have a lighter meal. Make sure you've got something in your body. Just as being rested is going to help you feel great, having something in your belly is also going to help you feel all right. And when you first get on board, for the first hour or so, if you are prone to not feeling well, I'd advise snacking rather than having a big meal straight out the gate. And avoid the cocktails. I know it's hard. I know you're on vacation. But if you are likely to suffer from seasickness, don't go getting wasted on your first night. Ease yourself in. Yeah? Just adapt. Like a goldfish. If you ever want a goldfish at the fair and you got it in a bag, you know, when you took that goldfish home, you should have put the bag so it can acclimatize. You submerge the bag. Be the goldfish. Acclimatize on board. Don't just run out and eat all of the guys' burgers and drink all of the cocktails from Alchemy. Take it nice and slow. Also, don't forget to get some fresh air. Get out on the open decks. You know, there's something about fresh air that helps with nausea. And my mum, again, in my experience, always felt better when she went out on the open deck. So I would highly recommend getting some fresh air, whether you're up on the Lido deck or up away from the crowds. If you want to go and hide and find somewhere secluded, the Serenity adults only area they've got pods that you can go and hibernate in. Some people say watching the horizon helps, not the ship horizon, but the line where the sky meets the sea. Keeping your eye on the horizon will help you re-find your balance if you are feeling a little woozy. And another tip that I've been told is head to the middle of the ship. If you can get to the middle, in the middle, that is the center of all of that movement, the pivot point. If you move your hand around just in front of your eye right now, you put it flat so your palm's facing the floor, and you rock your hand around like a boat on the water, look at your middle finger's knuckle. That is the part of your hand that is going to be moving the least. It's in the middle. So that's where you want to head. Usually, you'll find the casino on most cruise ships is loosely located around that point. Why? Because people don't want to avoid playing in the casino if it gets a bit rocky, so it's the most stable part of the ship. I guess also, this is not a fact, I don't know this, but I imagine all of the little pushy coins on the coin pushing machine would all drop off if they put the casino in the front of the ship and it was bobbing up and down. Also, be careful with reading or times on your phone or laptop. Much like when you're in the car, some people can't read when they're in the car. You are moving, you're on a moving vessel, so don't get book sick or screen sick as well. Make sure that you're adapting and feeling all right. If you are at an absolute loss, you're on board, you're not feeling great, our spa team do offer alternate medicines, so they can offer like acupuncture and stuff like that. So if you are up for trying that, I know some people out of desperation just want to try absolutely anything. The spa team have got remedies for you. You could also try chewing on ginger. They do serve crystallized ginger. I say serve, I mean sell crystallized ginger in health shops in the UK, and I do know that there's a lot of people that like to use that as a natural alternative to travel sickness medicines. Also, scents like peppermint and lavender apparently help calm your senses, and they encourage that sense of calm. Deep breathing should help as well. I'm trying my best to think of everything for you. There's also those popular acupressure bands that you can get from most airports and pharmacies that have got the little bobble, the little plastic nub that presses into your wrists, and they work for some people. I do feel sorry for anyone that doesn't feel well with seasickness. I can't relate. As I say, I am really lucky, but hopefully my research on these remedies will at least set you up for making the most out of your next cruising vacation. That's it for this episode, but if you do have any tips yourself, you can get in touch with us here on the podcast by visiting anchor.fm/Tea with Lee. If you log onto that website on your phone or on a tablet, there'll just be a little green button. You press that and you can record me the equivalent of like a voicemail. So let me know, do you have any other tips or tricks to avoid getting seasick for your cruises? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. But that's it from me. So until the next time, don't forget, stay up late, have fun, and make memories. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
It's time for tea.
It's time for tea with Lee.
It's time for tea.
Time for tea with Lee.